Hello, Cancer. Welcome to my channel. My name is Lola. I'm here to do your love reading for June to July. So this is a mid-month reading. If you're interested in your general readings for the month of June, those are up on my channel. So please check out the link in the description below. Or of course, you can go to your playlist on the channel as well. I'll have July up in the next couple of weeks or so, if not sooner. June's a busy month, so I'm trying to get those out earlier than I normally do. But this is for love. So mid-month love, June to July. Let's see what we have for Cancer. Be sure to check out your sun, moon, and rising signs for a more complete picture of what love has in store for you. It really does matter. There's bazillions of people in the world, but every message can hit a little bit different aspects of your life. So be sure to check those out. So Cancer, let's see what we have here. This is going to start with a couple of oracle messages. What love messages do we have for Cancer? This is the Whispers of Love deck. It's one of my favorites. Okay. We have relationship patterns. Oh my gosh, someone else got this. I'm trying to remember who. I think it was... Well, it doesn't. I think it was Aries. But anywho, and demonstrate love. Wow. Okay. So, interesting. All right. Cancer. So, first of all, relationship patterns. This is going to be an interesting and very strong message for you to pay attention to, especially in this time frame and really always. But the universe is bringing it forward first and foremost that it takes strength to recognize the need for change. So really looking at your relationships, I would say across friends, family, love, all of them, and like see what needs to change, because so many of your relationships can affect your love life. But specifically for your partner or for the way that you look for love, there could be some patterns that need to be changed. The way that you look at love, if you're always kind of falling for the same types of personalities or body types or religions or views, any of those things, this just might be a pattern that you need to look at because they're not bringing forth the best people. So you might need to just look at a different way of looking for love or looking for a person. Could also be in that the patterns that you have for, finding love. You keep trying all these ways and you're like, why doesn't love come forward? And it's like, well, maybe we're not... Maybe there's some things we need to do in our own life. Maybe it's some of the patterns we have, like we're immediately checking people out because they don't do one thing. And the universe is like, let's just make sure if that's a pattern from the people we're choosing, or maybe that's the pattern of the actions that we take and our mental state that we need to make some adjustments on. And then looking at this demonstrate love, find out what's important to those who you love and act on it. So this could be a very clear message for those of you who are in relationships, especially with this relationship patterns, that the universe is saying, listen, you need to start, your partner needs more from you. This is the pattern we're talking about, is that you need to find out what is important to that partner, to that person in your life and in that relationship, and how can you show them more love and act upon that. And that could be the pattern that you need to break. And that, especially if you are in a kind of more a plateau position of a relationship where you're like, God, this isn't growing and it used to kind of grow and flourish and we're just in a rut of sorts, that this is the universe is saying, it's like, hey, this can be a time for you to kind of take the initiative, find out what's important to them. Like if you need to know their love language and what they like to do, if they're acts of service and that's their love language, and you might need to go and actually do some things like clean up their car without them asking, and they'll be like, oh my gosh, they love me. And you're just like, yeah, I'm showing you that I love you, I'm doing more. So that's kind of what this is saying, is like, hey, to get out of this potential rut, this pattern that you might be in, this is a time for you to demonstrate love to those who are around you and to your partnership and really act on it. So for those of you who are single, again, this is something that you need to look into, an area of patterns that maybe can be improved. And that also the universe is saying it takes strength to recognize that there is a need for change. There is something that I need to be more open to, or maybe need to take a pause in to say, okay, these are really the things that are important to me. And right now, this might not be the right time for a full-on fledged relationship. So I'm going to take some time to make sure I don't continue to fall down those same patterns and those same paths that do not seem to bring me true love. So let's see what other messages come forward for you, Cancer, to see what tarot messages want to come through. So what, we have one flipping it right there. So that's Two of Swords. Interesting with the potential that we saw in the patterns. But I don't usually get jumpers. So when they come, we usually take them. And so, what other tarot messages do we have? There's no particular order. What other tarot messages do we have for Cancer for love? Okay, Cancer. We have, the King of Pentacles and the Five of Swords. Woo! Okay, Cancer. You got a lot going on here. Definitely with this patterns, there's a clear reason of why you definitely got this. Now, you have two sword cards, and those could be some areas of action or indecision. So the Two of Swords is a place of indecision, and I'm kind of pulling this out with the Five of Swords because the Five of Swords can also be an area of mind games. It could be that someone is either keeping secrets from you or playing games with you. So those of you who are in newer dating relationships, this is the pattern I think that the universe is wanting to call out for you. The universe is wanting to call out to say, hey, there's a pattern of mind games here. There's a pattern of secrecy here that's happening with this person or everyone that you tend to date. So what are those areas? Like, why can't people be honest? Why can't, it's not that hard, right? Because you're like, I'm a truthful person. Why can't they be truthful? But people just are, it's something you learn. It takes a lot of strength to be honest. So that's just one example. What I'm saying is that is also the pattern that the universe is saying, you need to recognize that there's a time for change. You need to recognize, why are you always kind of putting up with the dishonesty, or why are you always okay with it? And it's not that we need to react. And that's why this demonstrate love is here too, is that we can react in a loving, caring way to things that are negative. You have that kind of control and that ability. But definitely with the Five of Swords, I would kind of look out for, there could be someone who's trying to play mind games with you or has some dishonesty. Don't be afraid to vocalize it, show in a loving way, and ask some questions, because especially with this King of Pentacles, this King of Pentacles is you standing in your power. This is you standing in strong confidence and enjoying life and being kind of at the top of your game. So I think that you're feeling you're there, you're close, but the universe is saying is that there are some people, some patterns, some areas that you might need to recognize and take an action on changing. Whatever that may be, whether it's the people that you're looking at or you're kind of settling for the behavior, I guess, because you're like, well, this person's interesting to me. So the behavior is still something that needs to be addressed and looked at, Cancer. So make sure that you're aware of that. Because then with this Two of Swords, this is kind of an area of indecision, and it can be a good thing that you might have two people that you're kind of like, gosh, which way do I go? And the universe is saying, let's just, identify that pattern. Is this person, between the two, which areas that I want to choose from? What I was looking at, I mentioned earlier, the demonstration of love or the relationship pattern. This could be a time for some of you that you are deciding, do I continue to look for love, or do I take a pause and take a stop and just try to kind of do some self-love and self-care and demonstrate the love on me, so I know what is important to me, so that I can then look out and find what's important to others. Because I think that's one of the hardest parts that we kind of forget, is we're like, I have so much love to give, and why can't someone just give it to me? And we're not in that right place, because really what it is accepting love. How do we learn to accept love? And we have to be in this confident, strong place in order to do that. So it's very clear it is here for you. That's no doubt. But it's the universe is bringing these things forward, is that you might need to really be in this indecision place for you to then need to make a decision. The universe is saying you have the confidence to make that decision, and recognizing those patterns, and then just being careful of anyone who might be wanting to play mind games with you. This could be then someone, usually when we make these changes, when you identify a bad pattern in someone, or even when you look at it yourself, you can kind of feel like, oh, why do I always do that? You're like, you have a little bit of, you're upset with yourself. And there could be people out there when you're looking to say hey, we're always finding into the same pattern. It's always 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're right back again. So we never get to 6, 7, 8, And so when you point that out, someone could be a little bit hostile in that. It could be difficult, I guess I should say. And that's something that I would just be stepping out from. And so the Five of Swords, I think, especially in love readings, is I'm in a career finance sort of thing. This is like someone's trying to go behind your back, but I definitely see this more here in this particular love reading, is that you could just be dealing with someone who is difficult or trying to play mind games, and the universe is saying for you, this is a pattern. We need to get out of this and see what changes might need to be made. And this is that decisions you need to make. But the universe is here. It's got your back big time. It's King of Pentacles, because it's saying you are in a position to enjoy the life that you've created. And maybe that's it. Again, this pause, like you might need to just pause and see what is here for you, and enjoying the life now and allowing love to come when it'll come. Now, those in committed relationships, again, I think that demonstrating love, it is important for you to find out, clear any air that needs to be cleared, and then really recognizing what's important to that person, what is their love language, and really moving forward and acting on the things that you can do to grow that committed, strong relationship that you've built. So, okay, Cancer, let's see what we have in the romance messages. So what romance messages do we have for Cancer at this time? What are the romance messages? Okay, we have codependency and getting to know each other. So these go right in line with everything that we've been talking about. The relationship patterns, the Five of Swords sitting here with this codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. So definitely, Cancer, again, this isn't going to resonate for everyone. So that's why I always mention to check your sun, moon, and rising signs. So check your rising and, well, if this is your sun sign, then check your other signs. But this could definitely be an area that, again, is the pattern that you need to change and recognize and walk away from, because addictions are an incredibly dangerous pattern. So looking for help and seeing what you can do to get that so you can enjoy your life here. And then getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. That demonstrating love. This, for those of you who are in committed relationships or into that new relationship where you're seeing this, like, I can demonstrate love. And as you're getting to know each other and getting those deeper connections and kind of recognizing what's important to them, you're acting on that, you can get into that more revealing and deeper into that person and what they are like and what they want out of life as well. So, okay, Cancer, lots of things here for you to think about in the months of June and July. I think that recognizing relationship patterns and having the strength to recognize the need for change is the strongest message I see here for you. Definitely, I can, with that King of Pentacles, the universe is like, I got your back. Like, make the changes. Let's get to a healthy place. Let's be the strongest Cancer you can be and who you need to be. And then we can start to really move forward on, bringing true love to you. And then, like I said, for those of you who are in relationships, committed relationships, looking at getting to know each other at a deeper level and demonstrating that love is really going to pay off. Okay, I'm going to pull some angel answer oracle cards. This is for those of you who have brought a specific question or situation to the reading today, and you're looking to get some guidance from our angels. So angels, what advice and answers can you bring forward for Cancer's question or situation? I just almost said Scorpio, so maybe there's a Scorpio in your life that needs to change, or the love. What answers can you bring for Cancer in their question or situation that they brought here today? Okay. We have don't stop and within the next few months. So, okay, Cancer. So for whatever your question and situation is for you, the universe saying don't stop, because something change is happening within the next couple of months. So whatever it is in this, if it goes with this reading, like, again, this is a good time for you to recognize, understand and be strong and know that you have the strength to recognize the need for change or demonstrating your love. Don't stop, because things are coming within the next few months. So I was saying that too, is like, this could be just like a shifting time frame for you, that then when we get into July, August, September, October, you could really start to see some of these true things of your love life starting to grow, and you're starting to kind of like see the light and understanding which path you need to take, especially with that Two of Swords, not knowing which one. So Cancer, I hope you enjoyed this reading. I would love to see you again. Please consider subscribing to my channel and have a great month.